I have literally no idea what I'm about to say. I'm out here smoking pork butt, two pork shoulder butts for making pulled pork later. And I've been struggling with the idea of what to make the next video about. I'm not really thrilled with the idea of creating content. I don't like the C word very much. It just means I'm like filling in spaces. I'd prefer it be significant in some way. I mean, either about what I'm doing, something that I feel you could apply to your own work, significant in some way, not just like filler, which is what I think every time I hear someone say the word content. So I've been struggling a little bit with that. On the Cozy Mysteries video, no one actually commented saying that they wanted to hear what all the other types of mysteries were. But I might make that anyway because it's actually interesting and I think it would be beneficial to people. So I may still make that. Um, I have been considering making a new AuthorTube newbie video because I think the lighter old man in the closet thing. I don't know that I want people to watch that as the first thing, the first impression they get of me. But maybe it's not the first impression anymore because I've got like, I don't know, 30 videos out so people can see what I'm really like and then they can go back and watch that and wonder, is he crazy? A little bit crazy. Also, this time I decided not to actually shoot any footage of me preparing the meat because, I feel like I might be scaring off the vegans and vegetarians a little bit. They want to watch a writing vlog and suddenly they're hit with someone slicing bacon and ripping the membrane off of ribs. Maybe that's not the best way to go about things. I'm not sure. Not sure about that. If you are a vegan or a vegetarian and it absolutely disgusts you to see people preparing meat, then let me know in the comments and who knows, maybe I'll just start a barbecue channel instead. It'd be like vloggy because I can't really teach people about barbecue. I can just show you what I do. And it seems to work. I mean, I guess that's teaching, but I don't really want a cooking channel. But I know more about cooking than I know about writing, so there's that. Let's all just have a laugh about that. Again, no idea what I'm talking about right now. Um, Goals for the end of the year, up until the end of the year. I'm on vacation at the moment for about 3 weeks. I like to do it that way because there's a lot of actual holidays in there, and you get more time off in a row while consuming fewer of your paid days off. So it's a really good way to go about it if you're kind of like stacking days off together. And I was kind of hoping that I would start, maybe start and complete. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we're 2 days in and I haven't done anything, but maybe start and complete book three because the whole idea was get the first three books done and then start the publishing thing going. Get the audiobooks going, get the covers done, all the edits done. I mean, I'm out of money though, so I don't know how I'm going to pay for two more edits. And that's just the dev edits. I mean, there's the whole like proofreading and maybe line edits. I don't know. There's a lot of money goes into this, and I've been watching some transparency videos. Forget the names of the channels at the moment where they talk about how much money they've actually made from publishing their books, and it's not a lot. So I suspect that it will take a great deal of time to pay back the investment of the edits. But if I didn't have the edits, it would take even longer because no one would buy the book. Well, I mean, the first maybe 5 people would, and then they'd leave reviews saying, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Your books are a mess, and this is, garbage that no one should spend their money on. So, yeah, it'll take some time to make back my money, but more if I didn't use the services at all. In fact, I'd probably just give up. I mean, if I put out garbage, people call me on it, and no one buys the books ever, why am I writing a 30-book series? Just to like throw money away? That's ridiculous. So no, we'll do things the proper way. We'll make things that I'm proud of and that people can enjoy and that are worth their money. That's what we'll do. New year, I suppose. Like I started writing in May. That's when I got the idea. Well, I mean, it might have been April when I got the idea, but I actually started writing in May, book one. Finished that in a couple weeks. Finished. I mean, wrote draft one in a couple weeks. I really didn't have a second draft. I sent it to the editor after like draft 1B. Like, I got some comments from some beta readers. I sent it out right away. Typos and all, I sent it out. Got some comments on story whatever points and incorporated those and just sent it off to that editor. Book two, um, got rid of, I think, most of the typos, but it's just in draft. Send it off. Off it goes to betas and critique partners. Um, in case you don't know, the difference between a beta and a partner is that a beta reader is a reader. So they're looking at the book from a reader's perspective. A critique partner is also a writer, and so they're also looking at it from a writer's perspective. And they give different kinds of feedback. So you try to send it off to both types of people. Typically, the critique partner first, and then you make a bunch of improvements and write more drafts. And then at the very end, you send things off to beta readers. But, I don't work like that. I just send things off. Anyway, in the new year, if all goes well, then presumably I will be writing another. Depends how the timing goes. As I was saying, like I started in May, like June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 7, 5. I might be able to write 5 books next year. I'm not really in a rush, but and I'm certainly not in a rush to pay the editors. But if I can do it, why not? Well, the stories are fresh and I still feel motivated, and there's nothing particularly wrong with my health at the moment, and family life is stable. Why not get through it? Because I'm enjoying writing the stories, very much so. I love the characters. The murders, it's funny. Like, I care about the murders. They're interesting, but it's more about how the characters are interacting in the world with each other, how they're not changing yet because this is a long series, but developing. It's actually more of a workplace drama than anything else, but it happens to be a murder mystery set in space. There's some space stuff that goes on. It's not heavy, like hard sci-fi, but there's some space stuff that happens as practically as possible. Like as far as futurists go, I'm pretty reserved. Like I think things will pretty much just be this, but we'll be in space. Obviously, forms of travel will have to be developed, like faster forms of travel. And they have been in the books. We've got some stable wormhole travel. And I don't mean with anchors on either side, which would require traditional propulsion to the other end in order to set up the gateway. Now, there's no gateways. Like the ships are able to produce their own stable wormholes, so travel's fast enough. There's some neat technology, but then also, I don't want people who don't like reading sci-fi to be scared off. So everything's really grounded in what people right now can understand and recognize. And I've had people, beta readers, say, I don't normally read sci-fi, but this was great. And I think it's because I've held back some of the craziness, like getting into more magical science, and I've kept it really grounded in what's possible. I think that's helped me out there in the stories I've written so far. Okay, so it's getting cold. I gotta play with the fire, get the temp up. It's 254. I mean, that's not too bad actually. The pulled pork's sitting at 95 for one of them. It's not pulled yet. It's the pork butts are sitting at 95 and 88 Fahrenheit. God, it's fun to live in Canada. Ambient temperature is Celsius. Cooking temperatures, we use Fahrenheit. People's heights, we use imperial, like feet and inches. But if we want to measure something, it's centimeters. It's a fascinating place to be. The speedometers on the cars are in kilometers per hour, obviously. But like a normal expression would be, oh my God, he's going 100 miles an hour. It's a fascinating mix. So you have to understand both systems. Except you guys in your fluid ounces versus ounces, and you don't bother saying the word fluid before the ounces, so then you don't know if it's a weight or a volume. That's confusing as hell. Could you please say fluid in front of ounces when you're giving a recipe? That's all I have to say about that. We'll go back inside and maybe say some other things. I really have no idea. Bye from outside.